Welcome back. And to talk more about the U.S.-Iranian negotiations, I'm honored to be joined over the phone by Dr. Nabil Nagm, member of the Egyptian Council for Foreign Affairs. Good day, Doctor.
Thanks for having me, my dear.
Thank you so much for joining us on Cairo Local Time on Nile TV International. And I would like, sir, to know more from you. How do you assess the current state of the U.S.-Iran negotiations?
I believe that Mr. President Donald Trump has come lately to the wisdom point, and I believe very much that he is behind doors encouraging the mediators, Pakistan. That's number one. I believe very much that the U.S. President realized that going further in such a dilemma won't gain but sorrow and damage.
Well, sir, can we speak of real progress, or it is just, we can say, just improvement in the political atmosphere?
The solid development that today the Pakistani Prime Minister has started a 3-day visit to China, where he is going to exchange the latest developments of the mediation efforts with the Chinese officials. If you remember, when Mr. Trump was in China, for sure, he opened that Hormuz Strait, or the Strait of Hormuz issue, and I believe very much he asked the Chinese to support him in reopening the strait. So, the Pakistani Prime Minister today, Mr. Sharif, is in China, and he is going to exchange the latest efforts in the mediation, and I believe very much that China is going to support his efforts, and they declared that, by the way. Beijing officially said that we are going to support the Pakistani mediation efforts. That's a very much solid development.
Well, sir, what are the main obstacles that still stand in the way of reaching a final agreement?
Number one, the contradictory from the American side. Mr. President Trump keeps changing his political statements, and he is overplaying the negotiation role. The 5 points which he asked Iran to accept is totally refused by the Iranian side. So I believe very much that the sound of wisdom and the voice of wisdom will drive the negotiations, and I believe that the Strait of Hormuz is going to be one of the obstacles which China is going to play a very much good role to get over this obstacle.
Well, Doctor, is it possible to reach a compromise formula regarding uranium stockpiles that preserves the interests of both parties?
The realistic opinion says that it's a no-win situation. If USA thinks, or the President Trump thinks that he has won the war as he pretends, he is not honest. The war is in a very much situation that no winner, and I believe very much that Iran is not interested to escalate, and Mr. Trump is not interested to escalate. So the reality will lead the negotiation efforts, and I think a sort of compromise, not-win situation will be the headline of it.
Well, and Doctor, how does Iran view the U.S. demands related to transferring or reducing these uranium stockpiles?
We cannot actually talk in details about what is the reality between both them, because it is a quiet situation where everyone says something and does something else. So let's wait to see the output of the Pakistani Prime Minister's visit to China, which started today, Saturday, and I believe very much by Monday it will be clear about the Chinese role and contribution, and I believe very much that Mr. Trump will listen very carefully to what would come out of Beijing and Islamabad.
Well, talking about the Strait of Hormuz, what is the significance or the strategic significance of the Strait of Hormuz for both for Iran and for the U.S.?
Number one, for Iran, it is a geographical, what you call it, border. Iran is overlooking the Strait of Hormuz from the eastern bank. But it's not a matter of Iran or USA. 20% of the world oil and fuel, I mean oil and gas, goes through the Strait of Hormuz. And Iran could desperately, because it is in a very much desperate situation, could really close the Strait of Hormuz by destroying 2-3 oil tankers. So nobody can afford such dramatic developments. The Strait of Hormuz is a universal, what you call it, strait for international energy,
yes,
for world energy. And I think Mr. Trump is under immense pressure from the Europeans, the first beneficiaries, and from the Gulf states that enough is enough.
Well, Doctor, to what extent could a crisis in the strait affect the global economy and also affect oil prices?
Before that Black Saturday, the 28th of February, and this is the day which the war started, the barrel of oil was 68 US dollars. It has jumped till 120. Then came back to 111. So you could imagine it has doubled and more than doubled in, say, 3 months. If this war keeps going, the barrel could jump all the way to 200. And the world economy will not afford such crazy increase in oil prices. Number two, the American gallon of petrol diesel was $2.35. After 3 months, it's $4.55. Mr. Trump is under immense pressure from his allies in Europe and his people in USA, because the negative repercussion of this war is hitting the economy worldwide and hitting the budget of the American consumers.
Well, Doctor, talking about also the consequences of any dispute over freedom of navigation in the Strait, also on global energy markets.
Definitely. The global market is being affected already by the war. And if the strait is closed or some dramatic developments hit the navigation through the Strait of Hormuz, I do believe that we're going to come to a world recession. And I don't want to see that day, because it's going to affect me and affect you. Because it's not only a universal issue, the consumers are the victims. The consumers worldwide are going to pay the price.
Well, also, Doctor, what kind of economic guarantee is Iran seeking in exchange for any potential agreement?
I think it's going to be a compromise. No-win situation, I said. USA will ask for a phase-saving formula. Iran, too, is going to accept any sort of phase-saving, because they believe whatever comes out of the negotiation, it will prove that America has lost. All what he said couldn't be achieved. So a compromise is the name of the game, and
Yes.
the whole world is waiting for such compromise.
Well, Dr. Nabil Nagm, member of Egyptian Council for Foreign Affairs, I would like to thank you, Doctor, so much for your insight. Thank you so much.